Deadly Tarantula Girl coming to you from my private serpentarium tonight to bring you another collection video. And this video is in response to the many requests that I've had for a tour or a full collection video. And I do plan to do that someday, I promise you. I have done collection videos of my inverts, and even that was like 3 parts long, and we didn't even get through it all. We'll finish that at some point. I will do a full collection video as soon as we get a break, which no promises. I don't know when that would be. Yeah, I don't know. To get to the point, as a compromise, I decided to show my 50 favorite snakes that I own right now in no particular order. So let's get started. This is my Super Mojave Ball Python, and she's also a blackhead. My favorite thing about her is her silver eyes. This is a little baby Sulawesi retic. These are one of my favorites. They're absolutely beautiful. The world's largest retic in captivity is a Sulawesi. Her name's Medusa. And I do have several of these available. This one's in shed and she still looks incredible. This is a little Lamprey peltis, a little striped California king snake. This is a crimson corn snake. Very beautiful, nice and bright like the Okati, but little different color, little different markings. And I love the beautiful orange heart right on the top of its head. This is a fire bee ball python. Beautiful, has incredible markings, nice contrasts, and really interesting eyes. This is a Splendida, an albino desert king snake. Although it almost looks like a snow, you can see the very faint yellow stripes on the back. Beautiful. This is one of my young Burmese pythons. This one is het green, and so she just is normal looking, but I love her. She's so beautiful. This is a speckled king snake. These originate east of where I am. These are very similar to a desert king snake, but their pattern is more broken up. Just love the colors on this one. This wiggle worm is a Pueblan milk snake. I just love its colors. This is a pale milk snake. This is a really tiny, beautiful one. This animal is already about 16 months old, and believe it or not, has grown a lot. Okay, this is an Okati corn snake. Beautiful animal. This one is an Anuri granite sand boa. Really cute. It's a young adult. This one is, I like the splotchy coloration on this one. This is an eastern king snake. Really beautiful snake. I like their personality and I like his markings. This is one of my little baby sunglow boas that I reproduced a couple of years ago. And I just really like sunglow and moonglow boas. She is a boa constrictor imperator. Mexican black king snake. These are not always this totally jet black, but this is a particularly nice specimen. And this one is taking a long time to grow up, but it's getting there. This is a Woma. This is an Australian python that I believe is related to the black-headed python. This is one, I don't have a ton of Australian snakes right now, and I absolutely love this one. It's really beautiful. And my favorite part is probably its bright lemon yellow head. This is an incredible Hog Island boa. They are a dwarf boa that's quite a bit smaller than a lot of the boa imperators or boa constrictor that you typically see. They almost have like a salmon coloration, but this is actually their normal coloration in the wild. This one's very beautiful. I'm proud to have it and happy that I'll be pairing it up this year. This is a Kenyan sand boa, a flame morph. Very beautiful. And this one is a nice large female. This is an albino Colombian redtail. beautiful young girl. She's about 2-3 years old now, growing nicely, and I absolutely love her eyes. This handsome male is an orange ghost black pastel, young adult, handsome guy. He is a beautiful combination of recessive and codominant genes. This is a Brooks king snake, which is my favorite as far as brown king snakes go, and they have a very beautiful hypoform. This one has a really pretty diamond on the top of its head. This is a hypo Brooks king snake, and you can see it's very, very similar, except much brighter and lighter, obviously. This is an amelanistic motley corn snake, and I like it for several reasons. Number one, I like corn snakes. Number two, I like bright snakes. And also, it's named Motley after the pattern, but I love the band Motley Crue. This is a Bolivian boa, and you can see that they are related to the red-tailed boa. Very similar, different color, different species. His name is Elisha. This is a Mojave ball python. I earlier showed you a super Mojave, which was a white snake. Mine was a black head, so it had kind of a gray head and silver eyes. So when you breed two Mojaves together, you get the white snake. But even the Mojave on its own is really beautiful because it tends to break up the pattern. This is a little girl named Birdie. This is Araya, my granite Burmese python. Burmese pythons are one of the top 5 largest, and this one is still young. She's finally starting to get some size on her. Earlier I showed you guys a het green Burmese python, which is pretty much the normal looking form of this species. Hi, baby. And she's really sweet, although she is somewhat food aggressive. She usually will give you a little kiss when you first open her enclosure. But I love her. This is Maddie, my jungle carpet python. She's really beautiful. I love her. This is a ball python morph called a Butter, and this is a handsome little boy named Jackson, and he is also het clown. This is another ball python. So this is a Butter with the pastel gene. So this is a pastel Butter. And you notice that just adding one gene can change up the color and pattern. And this is Mario. This is a blood boa. This is the only blood boa that I currently have. I'm hoping to pair her up. This is Aubriana. This is a beautiful albino corn snake, and her name is Savannah. This is an albino flame morph. And this little fatty is a young female. She's been bred. I'm hoping that she will give birth soon. And this is Mia. This is an albino rat snake. This is Benjamin. And I have a pair of these, but the person I got them from said that they weren't sure what they were. I think that they're probably a Texas rat snake, but if you have an idea, I would love to hear it, so comment that below. This is a beautiful patternless southern pine snake. She is a nice young female. I'm actually looking to pair her up. If you want to do a breeding loan, or if you have a male, go ahead and contact me. You can comment or email me at deadlytarantulargirl@yahoo.com, or of course contact me on Facebook or Instagram. This is Alexis. This is a beautiful albino hognose. I absolutely love this species. I think they are absolutely adorable. The only thing cuter than this would be a leucistic hognose, which I will have. Brittany Gobble's gonna give me one someday when she reproduces them because we're such good friends and I love her and she's beautiful and smart and amazing. This little snake right here is named Faith. She's so cute.
Yeah,
that is pretty cute. This is an egg layer. It looks a lot like a Kenyan sand boa, but it's actually a Saharan sand boa. It has a much smoother scale. They're slightly different. And this is one that I absolutely love. She's so beautiful. And this little stinker's named Acalia. This is a ball python morph called a Desert. This gene is a little bit unique because the females are actually sterile. So some people are not huge fans of the desert, but I absolutely love the pattern. This is a dancing snake, and this handsome guy right here is actually named Diego. This is my albino Burmese python. He too is one of my dancing snakes that I use when I'm belly dancing. And this handsome little guy here is named Xavier. This is a beautiful tricolor hognose, and hopefully you can see it doing its little I'm a killer rattlesnake move. Very cute. If this animal is in leaf litter, ooh, look at you. It will actually make kind of a rattling sound, which if you're not sure what you're looking at, can be somewhat alarming. And this is Jasmine. This retic is a super sunfire tiger that is het for albino and a couple of other things. This is a super beautiful animal, and this is Frankie. This is another young female retic. She's finally growing up a little bit. She just left a super bloody wound on one of my helpers, so that was sweet of her. This is Medusa. This is a beautiful lesser calico ball python. And when he was little, he was very kinked and a little bit funky. As he's grown up, he's grown out of most of that. I do want to point out he has 0 spider gene in him, and he just was born a little bit special. This is a little hypo rough scale boa, and you can see they're not very big. They resemble sand boas quite a lot, but they are a different species. This is Maya. This is a theori known as a variable king snake, and this one is blue. So normally it's prettier than this. So this is a milk snake phase, and the interesting thing about this animal, which is why they're called the variable king snake, is because you never know what their offspring are going to look like, and so that is very interesting. This is one animal that I only have one of. Most of my animals I have pairs, trios, or groups, and this one I only have a single, so I'm looking for another theori. This one is a boy, and this is Rob, and so I'm looking for a girl, and he's doing what ball pythons do. They hide. This is a ball python morph known as a banana. You can see it's nice, it's bright, it's yellow. This is a young male. He is blue, so he's going into shed right now, which is why his eyes look all creepy and zombified. This is Denim. This is a coral glow ball python. I really like these. They're really bright. They have beautiful spotting. And it's funny because if you don't know what you're looking at, you might think this snake has mites. Those would be some pretty giant mites. But that's just the coloration on the coral glow. This is a handsome young male. And so he was named after another handsome young male I know named Hank, because Hank loves coral glows. This is a black pine snake, and she is quite beautiful. I really love them. She's quite lovely. This is a ball python morph known as a calico. It is a low expression. It's somewhat similar looking to the sugar morph, and you can see it looks like they have like basically some sugar sprinkled up here on the sides. And the beauty of a low expression calico is that a lot of times their offspring is still very high expression, and I just like the look of the calico and the sugar morph. This is the southernmost form of bull snake. Around here they're called gopher snakes. This, as I'm sure you all know, is a piebald ball python. This male is relatively low expression, but like the calico, that doesn't mean that their offspring will be low expression. And just still a super amazing animal. I actually use this one as a belly dance snake. This is an orange dream sugar. I love this animal. It looks more and more beautiful every time it sheds. And this animal was produced by Mike Holt of Crash Site Reptiles, and it is an F1 orange dream from Ahmad from Aussie Boats, the beautiful ball python boa boutique. This is probably my favorite right now of my small non-venomous snakes. So I hope you guys liked seeing my 50 favorite snakes in my collection today. Again, I am excluding venomous or large snakes. The snakes that were named were primarily named after my students, and I am naming all my snakes. So kids, I hope you guys enjoyed hearing your names in this video. I hope you guys liked this video. Comment below what your favorite snake was, and I'll see you guys next time. This is an Inchy Pastel. It's one that I really like. It's especially bright and beautiful, and I think that's because it was reproduced by Earl at Lone Star Reptiles. And this is number 51 that I'm considering my bonus snake.